Greetings and welcome to Saturday Sanga in druma Bhavan. I decided to change to the large room today upstairs as an experiment, and that means I'm sort of looking from the side. Let me put this here. Okay, good. Valeria always sends up a heart. And there goes another one. Buenos dias, Valeria.
Krishna, buenos días, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Oh, we're getting fireworks. What's that for? Huh?
It's not Nahari Chakra.
Okay. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutta Padakamanam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitanscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And one verse, moment. No, that's not what I was looking for. Here it is. Come in. Welcome. Oh, you're just on time. You can spread out. And there's more chairs if you want chairs also. Okay, we have, by the grace of His Holiness Bhanu Swami, who is our intrepid translator of Sanskrit and Bengali, we have Sri Gauranga Lila Smarana Mangala Stotram. And we have verse number 1. Let's see. So Sri Gauranga Lila Smarana Mangala Stotram is a stotra, a series of verses for remembering the auspicious remembering, smarana, of the pastimes, the lila of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And the first verse goes something like this. Rahugraste jadashashadare palgune purnimayam gode shake manushatamite saptavarsharikeya Mayapuryam samajani sachi garbhasindha pradoshe tam chit shakti prakatita tanum mishrasunum smarami. I remember Jagannath Mishra's son, whose body manifested from the Chit Shakti in the ocean-like womb of Sachi in the evening, who manifested in Mayapur, while the moon was eclipsed on the full moon of Palguna in 1407 Shaka era. Shaka era. What is Shaka era? It's the era that I guess the Shaka kings from long ago established. Something to research if anyone's interested. And the topic of this verse is also the topic of our section of Chaitanya Mangala, which we want to look at right now. And to do that, we will see if we can share the screen. First, let's see, yes, should be possible. It's here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So, those of you who were with us last week, you may remember that when Sachimata was 6 months pregnant, suddenly Advaita, without any explanation, he offered worship. He circumambulated Sachimata and offered obeisance. And then he did something really amazing. He took sandalwood paste and he smeared it on Sachimata's womb, on her stomach. And Jagannath Mishra is watching all of this, and Sachimata, of course, and they're completely confused. And Jagannath Mishra asks Advaitacharya, what does this mean? Why are you doing this? And Advaitacharya says, you will understand everything in course of time. He doesn't give any further explanation. He just offers obeisance and leaves. And then the devas come and start to offer worship. Brahma, Shiva, Shuka Adi, Jota Devagana, Udara Sanmukhe Shabe Koraye Shtavan. Brahma, Shiva, Sanaka, and all the demigods now offered prayers to her womb. And we remembered that, of course, this happens in the case of Lord Krishna's appearance. Before he appears, the demigods offer worship. They offer prayers. In Canto 10, Chapter 2, I think the first prayer is verse 26, and then it goes for another maybe 20 verses. Quite elaborate verses with some interesting commentaries. We've been reading Sanatana Goswami's commentary to those prayers in the original Sanskrit, that is, with help. My little group of 4 devotees, we meet more or less once a week and go through the Sanskrit, first the verse, then one verse at a time, the verse, then Sridhar Swami's commentary, which is usually quite short and quite simple. And then we go to Sanatana Goswami's commentary, the Brihat Vaishnav Toshani. And gradually we've been going, we started with Canto 10, Chapter 1, Verse 1, and now we've just started Chapter 3. Okay, so we're on text number 33, and this is Lochan Das Thakur, his book Chaitanya Mangala, and he's telling the story of Lord Chaitanya's appearance in this section. So now we get a few verses of Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya Ananta Advaita Shonatan Jaya Chutananda Nitananda Janardhan. The demigod said, "Glory, glory, you, O limitless, eternal, supreme Lord, who has no rival. Glory, glory to you, O Supreme Lord, whose bliss is eternal and who rescues his devotees." So it's interesting, the name Nityananda is here. And because they're addressing Gauranga, at this point, he's not named, but he will be named Vishvambara initially, and of course Nimai. But he's also being called Nityananda. He whose bliss, Ananda, is Nitya, is eternal. And he's also Achyutananda, which here is translated, he who has no rival. No, that would be Advaita. Ananta is limitless. No rival. Advaita, no second. Sanatan. Oh, he didn't give anything for Achyutananda or Sanatana. Anyway, Achyutananda, he whose bliss is unfailing, you could say. Achyuta can, of course, mean one who doesn't fall. Or one whose bliss is in he who doesn't fall. Could be also. And Sanatan, of course, also means eternal. Janardana, he's translating as he who rescues his devotees. Okay, Jana Ardana. Jaya Sattva Rajastama Prakritira Par Jaya Mahavishnu Karan samudra bhitaram. Glory to you who are beyond the material modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Glory to you, O Lord Mahavishnu, who reside in the Karana ocean. Yeah, so that's quite straightforward. Para, in the end of the first line, means superior or beyond. So beyond, or the superior of Prakriti, Prakritira para. And Prakriti is made of Sattva, Rajas, and Tama. And then Jaya Mahavishnu, Karana Samudra. Samudra is ocean, Karana is cause, causal ocean, and Bhitara means within, inside, in modern Bengali also, right? Bhitare, inside. Baire, outside. Who are you Bengali speakers? No? Bhitara, inside the Karana ocean. Then Jaya Paravyomanata Mahima Vistar Jaya Shatta Parashatta Vishnu Shattvakar. Shattvakar. Glory to you, O very glorious Master of the spiritual sky. Glory to you, O Lord beyond material goodness, O Lord whose form is made of spiritual goodness. So Paravyoma, spiritual sky. Nata is Lord Master, so Master of the spiritual sky. Mahima is glory. Vistar means extending, expanding. Yeah. Beyond material goodness. Jaya Sattva, Parasattva. Beyond Sattva, Vishnu Sattva Akar. And Akar means form. So you whose form is Vishnu Sattva. Spiritual Vishnu goodness. Okay, then verse 36. Jaya Golokera Pati Radhara Nagara Jaya Ananta Vaikuntha Adishara. Glory to you who are the master of Goloka and the lover of Radha. Glory, glory to you, O King of limitless Vaikuntha worlds. Okay, Golokera, so of Goloka, Poti, Lord of Goloka, and then Radhara is also possessive. Golokera Radhara, Radhara of Radha, the Nagara means, lover, romantic lover. Then Jaya Ananta Vaikuntha in Bengali. Vaikuntha Adishar. Of course, Ishvara is Lord. Adishvara is the Lord of Lords, the prevailing Lord, something like that. So the top Lord of Vaikuntha. Jaya Nishichinta Pahundira Lalita Jaya Jaya Sarva Manohar Ananda Shuto. Glory, glory to you who are playful and graceful. Glory, glory to you, O Nanda's son, who charm the hearts of all. Let's see. Well, let's start at the end. Manohara means one who kind of steals the mind, so one who charms. Mind, heart, kind of the same thing. And Nanda Sutta, you are the son of Nanda. And then Nishi Chinta, I wonder if that's just an extension of Nishchinta. Pahun, Dhira Lalita, playful and graceful. But we don't seem to have. Pahun, I think, is one way of saying Prabhu, master. Gora Pahun. And I don't know this Nishichinta. Okay, 38. Ebe Kali Juge Shachi Garbete Prakash Apane Bunjite Aila Apana Vilas. In the Kali Yuga, you have now entered Shachi's womb. You have come here to enjoy pastimes. So Ebe Kali Juge is, in Sanskrit, this would be called the locative absolute, means in the time of, in this Kali Yuga, Ebe, Shachi Garbete, in the Sachi Garbhas, in the Garbha of Sachi, Prakash, manifest. Appone bunjite, Aila appona vilas. So Aila is the verb. It means he came, it's past tense. And then twice we get appone and appona. And this is like oneself or own. So appone bunjite, to enjoy yourself. Appana vilas. So you came here to enjoy yourself, your vilasa, your own pastimes. I could say like that. 39. Jaya Jaya Parananda Datta E Prabhu E Hano Karuna Aro Nahi Hoy Kabu. Glory, glory to you, O Supreme Lord, O giver of transcendental bliss. No one is compassionate like you. Okay, Parananda Datta. So that Datta is giver, one who gives. In Sanskrit, uninflected, it would be Datri. And then in nominative becomes Datta. So you give Parananda, the highest bliss, transcendental bliss. A Prabhu, this master. Heno, so Heno means such, like such. Heno, such a person, Karuna Aronahi. There is not, Ara means again or more. So there's no, or other, there's no other at all, Kabu. There exists no other, hoy. Hena karuna aro nahi hoy kabu. So it's quite strong emphasis. There's no one as merciful as you. Now, what if someone comes along and says, yes, but I heard that Nityananda Prabhu is more merciful? Then what do we say? We say there's got to be a fight. Who is more merciful? Apani apanodata hoila kolikale patra patra vichar na hobe gudadhare. Excuse me. In the Kali Yuga, you come and give yourself. Apani apandata, you give yourself. You do not consider whether the people are worthy or not to receive your mercy. Hoila is happened. Hoya is present tense, to be, and hoila is was past tense, and kali kale in the time. Which time? Kali. So kali kale. And then patra, apatra. So this is being very kind of Sanskritic, making this fusion of these two words through sandhi. So patra means a pot or a container, or more generally a receptacle. And so it comes to mean a person who is a receptacle of something like mercy. And so someone may be a patra, but someone else might be a patra, not really qualified, not able to receive. So patra, apatra, and it becomes patra, patra. Vichar na hobe. You don't vichar, you don't think, you don't consider whether someone's qualified or not. Gadadhare. One would think that refers to Gadadhar, but Gada adhare. Gada means a club, and Dada is a carrier of the club. So maybe it's just addressing Lord Chaitanya as Gadadhara. Jai prema jachiya karo mor shabadeve na pailum lobalesha gandha anubhave. Even though again and again we begged for it, we demigods could not attain even the slightest fragrance of ecstatic spiritual love. Okay, Jai Prema Jachiya. Jachiya must mean having begged, we having begged, Karo. More Shabdeve, all of us devas. Na Payilun, we did not get Lava Lesha. Lava is a very small piece of something. And Lesha, I don't know, a bit. Anyway, it's Ganda Anubhave, na Paila. We didn't get what we didn't get. We didn't get Anubhava, the experience of, we didn't get even a trace of experience Lesha Ganda. Ganda is perfume, but in this context, it can mean, Lesha Ganda. It's like we didn't even get a little whiff, a whiff. We didn't get a whiff of this prema. We were begging for it, but we didn't get it. 42. She prema. The jackals are all out now. Can you hear the jackals online? No. Anyway, they always sound a little spooky. She prema madhurasha apani kaya bunjaiva achandale doshana dekiya. Now you will give the sweet nectar of that love to everyone, even the chandalas. They will all taste it. You will not see anyone has any faults. Okay, so the previous verse was Jai Prema, and now we have Se Prema. So there's this kind of relative, correlative relationship. That Prema, which we prayed for and never got from the previous verse, that Prema, Se Prema, Madhur Rasha Apani Kaya, having tasted it yourself, he doesn't put that into his translation. Apani, I think this should be short a, apani. Haya, having tasted, I believe that's what it means. Bhunjaiba, that's the future tense, that ba. And I think it's causative, so causing to enjoy. Achandale dosh, achandale. And this could be confusing. This comes very often in these verses. A short hyphen when it should be a long hyphen. Should be an em dash to separate. It looks like this is a compound, achandale dosha, but no, it's not. It's completely separate. Bunjaiva achandale, comma, dosha nadekiya. So nadekiya, having not seen dosha, faults, bunjaiba, he will cause to enjoy. To enjoy what? Say prema. For who? Achandale, all the way down to the chandalas. That's what this long achandale means. Including the chandalas. Chandalas. Tuya, actually I think pronounced tuwa. Tuwa prema lobalesha mora jenopai. Tor shange radha krishna guna jenogai. O Lord, please allow us to taste a small particle of that love. Please allow us to sing Shri Radha Krishna's glories in your company. Now this Tua and Torah, this is the familiar form. In Bengali, there's three levels. And this is the lowest. It's the most familiar. There's two or Torah, Tor, and then Tumi, and then Apni. So Tua, I think, possessive, or to you. Tua prema lavalesha. Lavalesha, a wee little bit of prema. Mora, genopai. I don't know, this mora is of me, but it's plural. I don't know how it works. Such, yena, pi, to get, tor shange, in your association. Again, most familiar. And that's kind of interesting because that's the form of the pronoun. It's either for speaking to children, or it's for speaking to someone you want to insult, or it's for speaking to God. Yeah. Please allow us to sing. So, Tor Shange, in your association, Radha Krishna Guna. Here, I think it is supposed to be a hyphen. Radha Krishna Guna, the qualities of Radha and Krishna. Jeno Gai, let us sing, Gai, such qualities of Radha and Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sankirtana Datta Gora Hari Iha Bali Devagana Pradakshina Kori. Glory, glory to you, O Sri Gora Hari, O Lord who gives the gift of Sankirtana. After speaking these words, the demigods all performed circumambulation. Okay, so Jai Jai Sankirtana Data Gora Hari, who is the Data, the giver of Sankirtan. All glories to him. Iha Bali, having said this, I think this would be like Baliya. Iha, here. Devagana, all of the devas, Pradakshina Kari. They did Pradakshina. Circumambulation. Pradakshina, Dakshina means on the right. So keeping on the right is Pradakshina. Chari mukke brahma kore nana vidastuti tarashila shachi devi chamakittamati. With his 4 mouths, the demigod Brahma spoke many prayers. Chari mukke. Nana vidhastuti, various prayers. Shachi Devi was frightened. Tarashila. Tarashila Shachi Devi. Chomokita Mati. Her heart was full of wonder. Mati, I guess in this case, heart, in the heart. Sarva jive doya bhela shachir antare atma gyane doya kare nahi bhinda pare. Mercy to all living entities made its appearance in Shachi's heart. Aware of the spiritual truth, atma gyane daya, she was kind to everyone. Daya kore. She did not think anyone an outsider. Nahi binna pare. Binna means, literally it means split or cut or pierced, broken. Binna. Beda, beda. Same idea. Nahi bin pare. She didn't see anyone as separate. Interesting. Atmagyane. So being situated in knowledge of Atma, of the self, Dayakori, because she understood that, she was merciful to everyone. Doshama sapurna garba hoila dishe apna pasare devi maner harishe. Now she was 10 months pregnant. 10 months, that's normal is not 9 months, isn't it? 9 to 10, okay. Now she was 10 months pregnant. Wherever she went, dishe, her heart was full of bliss. She forgot herself in bliss. Apna pasare. We had this word before. It means forgetting. She forgot herself. Moner harishe. Harishe is stretched out harshe, joyful. And our last verse for today, verse 48, Shubhadin, Shubhakhane, Purnamira Titi, Algunere, Shubha Nishihimakara Duty. During the month of Palgun, on an auspicious day, on an auspicious titi, on an auspicious full moon night, at an auspicious moment, the cooling moon shone. Okay, so the word Shubha comes many times. Shubha, auspicious. Shubha Din, Shubha Kshane. Kshane means in a moment. Purnamir, Purnamir Titi. So Purnamasi, Purnamasa, the full moon time, Titi, on that time of the Purnamas. Palgunera Shubha Nishi. Nishi is night, auspicious night, of Palguna, month of Palguna. Himakar duty. Himakar duty. So duty is shining and himakar, doing cooling, making things cool. The cool moon was shining. So we're getting there to the appearance of Lord Gauranga. Okay, we started with verse 32. All right, now we're going to try to sing this. Do we have any mridanga players here? We have a mridanga. Now, I have to a little bit reorganize my arrangement here, so bear with me. It's I always get confused by those terms because three, let's call it 3-beat. Yeah, but what we in Bengali call 2-beat would in Western terms be 3, because it's like a waltz, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. But they call it 2-beat. I don't know why. And what we would call 4-beat or 2-beat, they call 3. Go figure. Okay, now we have to change the mode. Off, on. Okay, now we got from Avadhuta Rai something which might help me to follow. Oh yeah. Now the only problem is it's quite small. All right, here we go. I think we can do this. And we have kartals? Yes. Yes, very good. No, for you. Jaya Jaya Ananta Advaita Sanatana Jaya Chutananda Nityananda Janada Jaya Jaya Ananta Advaita Sanatana Jaya Chutananda Nityananda Janada Jaya Sattva Rajastama Prakritena Jaya Mahavishnu Para Samudra Vitara Jaya Sattva Rajastama Prakritena Jaya Mahavishnu Para Samudra Vitara Jaya Paravyomanta Mahima Vistar Jaya Sattva Parasattva Vishnu Sattva Jaya Paravyomanata Mahima Vistar Jaya Sattva Parasattva Vishnu Sattva Jaya Goloke Prati Radharanaga Jaya Jaya Ananta Vaikunta Adishwar Jaya Goloke Prati Radharanaga Jaya Jaya Ananta Vaikunta Adishwar Jaya Jaya Nischinta Mahundira Lalita Jaya Jaya Sarvamano Harananda Sutta Jaya Jaya Nischinta Mahundira Lalita Jaya Jaya Sarvamano Harananda Sutta Ebe Kali Juge Sachi Garbete Prakara Apane Gunjite Aila Apana Vilas Ebe Kali Juge Sachi Garbete Prakara Apane Gunjite Aila Apana Vilas Jaya Jaya Parananda Nata Prabhu Hano Haruna Al Nahi Hoy Prabhu Jaya Jaya Parananda Nata Prabhu Hano Haruna Arunahi Hoy Prabhu Apani Apanadatta Hoyla Kavikali Atra Patra Vicharna Abedada
apani apanata hoila khali gale patra patra vichana habe gadagale je prema yachaya kormor seva deve na pailun tabale shendanda anurare je prema yachaya kormor seva na pailun tabale shendanda anurare se prema madhur rasa apane khaiya kunjaiva achandale doshanate se prema madhur rasa apane khaiya kunjaiva achandale doshanate tua prema lava lesha morajena pai tor sange Radha Krishna gunam jena gai tua prabhu tua prema lava desha morajena pai tor sange Radha Krishna gunam jena gai jaya jaya sankirtana datta goro hari iha bali deva gana pradakshina hari jaya jaya sankirtana datta goro hari iha bali deva gana pradakshina hari chari mukke brahma khare nana vidha stuti tarashila sachi devi chamakita mati chari mukke brahma khare nana vidha stuti tarashila sachi devi chamakita mati shava jive daya mera sachir antare atma gyane daya khare nahi bhinna hare sarva jive daya mera sachir antare atma gyane daya khare nahi bhinna hare dashan masa purna garva hoila dishe dishe apna basare devi manyera hari se dasamasa purna garva hoila dishe dishe apna basare devi manyera hari se shubhadin shubhakhane purnama nirakriti Falgune Shubhanishi Himakharati Shubhadi Shubhakshane Purnam Nirati Falgune Shubhanishi Himakharati Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Haribo, 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 Lord Haribo. Shri Lalochandas Thakur ki jai, Shri Gora Hari ki jai, Shri Advaita Acharya ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande. Okay, now again, I have to move the furniture. And that goes off, and this goes, let's see, where are we? We're here. Okay. And this goes here. Okay, here we are. Good. So again, welcome to all of you, some of you who joined a bit later. Here we are in Druma Bhavan. We call it Druma Bhavan because even though they say this area is Shimantadvip, isn't it? They say that actually, according to old maps, this is part of Godrumadvip.
Excuse me, Guru Maharaj, for interrupting. Did you still have sound for musicians on, maybe?
Yeah, thank you. I always forget. Yeah, the river Jalangi has moved over the years, and so somehow, I don't know the details, but somehow this was originally part of Godrumadvip. Okay, show and tell time. Let's see, first we can show our guests here. We have some guests, and I don't know if they are very happy to be seen, but there they are. Some young ladies are here whose names I don't know. You are? Ananya. Ananya and Jadurani. Nice. And Gita. Gita, I think I've seen you before. In Singachala. That's. Yes. Nice. Welcome. How come Jayananda Prabhu is not here? Will he? When will he come? Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So show and tell. Anybody? I don't really have any news. It's been a quiet week for me of writing. I'm trying to finish this article, which I am, as a working title, calling The Immortal Acts of Chaitanya, with a subtitle, The World of the Text and the Text in the World. This is for this
I think I've told you about this. It's going to be a handbook of Gaudiya Vaishnava studies. Excuse me. And it's going to be published by Oxford University Press. And this will be one chapter out of, I think they're saying around 40 chapters. So 40 different scholar experts, many devotees of our particular clan, but also some other scholars. And I think it'll be a very, very, very good book. I've been a little bit struggling with the second part of this article, which is about the Chaitanya Charitamrita in the world. So in other words, what would be called reception history. How has this, so if you would write, let's say you decided to write a book about whatever. Let's say you decided to write a book about Lord Chaitanya, and you publish it, and it gets distributed. And if your book becomes very popular, then it becomes interesting that, oh, this book has been received. It's been, it has a reception. It's being taken up as an important book. So we hear, for example, about bestsellers. So at the time of Krishnadas Kaviraj finishing Chaitanya Charitamrita, in a sense, we could say his Chaitanya Charitamrita became a bestseller. Now, of course, there were no printing presses at that time. This was early 17th century, 1600. There's no definite knowledge when the Chaitanya Charitamrita was completed. But the scholar who did the most research on it, Tony Stewart, the late Tony Stewart, settled on the year 1615, which is how many years after Lord Chaitanya departed the world? It's several decades. So it would be 70, 80, around 80 years later. Chaitanya Charitamrita was completed, and then it was copied, and it was copied again, and it was copied again. And according to some report, there's some 200 manuscripts presently in Vrindavan. And then, let's see, what was it? Altogether there's one catalog of manuscripts listing the manuscripts, and it lists about 1,000 manuscripts. So that's a lot of manuscripts. If you think about it, handwritten manuscripts. It means somebody copied and then somebody else copied and then someone else and so on. So the history of a book, in this case, Chaitanya Charitamrita, how it gets distributed, but more than that, how people take it
what they do with it. That's reception history. And there's one interesting twist to this history, and that is that although the intention, the clear and definite intention, of Krishnadas Kaviraj following the Goswamis in Vrindavan was to establish the teachings of the Goswamis in Bengal. Therefore, he wrote in Bengali. They were writing in Sanskrit. He wrote in Bengali. He also included quotes from some 75 different Sanskrit texts, over 500 verses Sanskrit, but mainly Bengali, was to get people to follow to follow the Goswamis, the 6 Goswamis, especially Rupa and Sanatan. Because after Lord Chaitanya departed the world, people in Bengal had all sorts of ideas about anything related to Lord Chaitanya and Vaishnavism. Now, here's the curious twist. I mean, he was successful, that is, Srinivas Acharya especially, and Narottam and Shyamananda, they were the promoters, especially of Chaitanya Charitamrita, apparently. But after some decades, and the estimate, they say around the year between 1630 and 1650, one Sahajiya named Akinchanadas got a hold of Chaitanya Charitamrita and wrote his own commentary to it, a Sahajiya commentary, in which he argues that the Chaitanya Charitamrita is through and through and through and through a completely Sahajiya text. It's preaching Sahajiya, and that Lord Chaitanya was a Sahajiya, and Rupa Goswami was a Sahajiya. They were all Sahajiyas. They just had to hide it for social reasons. That's what he argued. So the irony is that the Chaitanya Charitamrita became a canonical text, not only for the Orthodox Gaudiya Vaishnavas, but also for the Sahajiyas. So we read it one way, they read it another way. This is welcome to the age of Kali. So anyway, that's part of what I have to talk about in this article that I'm writing. So what else happened this week? We went swimming, didn't we? In the Jalangi. Yeah, before it gets cold. The real swimmer is Munindragana. The next day or 2 days after, he and Akinchana Balaram, they swam across the Jalangi 3 times. Wow, that's a fair distance. Not for you. Yeah. They did not see any crocodiles. No crocodiles. That's good. Okay.
Excuse me, Maharaj, there are crocodiles there.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I know you didn't see any, but that's not really. Yeah. So you should just swim together because that scares them.
We should swim together because that scares them.
Yeah, if a crocodile comes, because they
Oh,
can come, just that you know.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we will swim together. Thank
Very
you.
good.
And we'll carry a sign that says, no crocodiles allowed here, please. Yeah. Okay, that's all from me. Any show and tell from anyone? Any news? Any birthdays? There are big monitor lizards, says Vrindaranya Gopal. Also. Oh, we saw a mongoose a few days ago. Just behind the other house here, the kutir. Mongoose are interesting. Okay, let me look. Some of you may be saying something. My apologies. I forgot to put the text on the screen. Oh dear. Okay, next time. Anyway. So I think I have to call on some of you to say something because you're all being too quiet. Now you're getting scared. Oh, Soumya Karani, you want to say something? Okay.
English.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Because normally I'm translating and now I switched the channel. Yes, it is already for some time ago. I also shared it with you, Gurudeva, that once, it's really maybe a year ago, I work at school teaching. And at some point I switched from counseling students one-to-one, just face-to-face counseling, to teaching, working with groups. And for some time it was difficult for me. I didn't understand how to manage groups because it was really different than counseling per person. And I have a very nice boss, very nice lady who is doing her work beautifully. And knowing me, I work already for a long time there. Knowing me well, she told me about a podcast and she told me, listen to this lady, it might be interesting for you. And it was scientist, a Dutch scientist lady, anthropologist, and she is specializing in groups culture, corporational culture. She is consulting big businesses, big
corporations.
Yes, corporations on the matter of the groups culture. So when some corporations find some difficulties, don't know how to manage groups, then she comes and first she invests time in just being amongst them and listening, talking, feeling, and then she shares her ideas and tries to reshape the culture, the atmosphere. And so it was a really interesting podcast. And at some point she was asked about most impressive what she ever met in her work. And she told about research. One Indian scientist, she even gave a name, but this time I didn't know I would share it. I have it somewhere written down, but today I didn't know I would share, so I didn't prepare to give you a name, but somewhere I have it. So there was an Indian scientist who did the research what already was done once, right after the Second World War. At that time, one of the scientists was curious, how is it possible that a group of people would be able of killing so many other people? They were just interested, how is it possible that you can make a group of people so conditioned that they can do something horrible and being okay with that? And this Indian scientist, who is he's also, I think he's now alive, same as us from our time. He also anthropologist. He also was curious, so he was trying to find where he should do his research, and he looked at some groups somewhere in South America or other, and in the end he chose the biggest in the world slaughterhouses in America for his research, because it was impossible to research some other, criminal group. So he did his research in biggest slaughterhouses in America with the same purpose, to try to understand how is it possible that big group of people can work on mass slaughter and just do it. And he discovered very interesting things. These biggest slaughterhouses in America, they are very clever, arranged, organized. And they are organized in following way. They are huge factories where they kill mostly cows, but also other animals. And they arranged in the way that people who work there are divided in 3 different groups. And those groups never meet and never communicate with each other. They have, for example, a part of the factory which is called white corridors or something like that. And in these white corridors and white resting rooms, white places where they eat, how do you call it?
Dining hall.
Yeah, dining hall. Yeah. So they have all places they use at work. They are white, colored white, and they are only responsible for bringing the animals from there to there, and for nothing else. They also only bringing animals. And there is the other part of these huge slaughterhouses, blue corridors, blue dining halls, blue resting rooms, blue shower areas, and they only pack meat, already meat. They never see animals. They work only with pieces of meat. They cut it and they pack it and they do it. And there is the third group, red corridors, red rooms, everything. And those people are not even living there in the area. They are working already for a short time there. They are flown by airplanes from other countries, most economically troubled areas where people have no work and are desperate for work, and they sign short contracts to do it, and they are doing actually killing. And it is said that people never able to do for years such job. They do it shortly, and they are all then brought back again abroad from where they were taken, and nobody sees them. They come never back. And because if people do it longer, they drive crazy and became insane. So they are also already signing short contract and being brought again abroad back. And what this researcher did, he interviewed all people except those who were shortly there, and they were foreigners. They even didn't speak English. So he spoke people from white and blue areas, and he was wondering how could they do for years job in biggest slaughterhouses, and they all were absolutely sincere that I'm doing nothing. I'm only bringing animals. And others said, I also do nothing. I only cut and pack meat. And what his conclusion is that it was very cleverly organized, that when people don't see each other and don't see the whole picture, when they are all taken apart and made responsible only for a part of it, what gives them a false sense of not being the bad guy, the cause of something bad, but only a tiny fracture where you can't have responsibility for the whole. It kind of makes possible for them doing it and just being okay. And so this lady, anthropologist, Dutch lady, she made her conclusion. She said, look, it is possible to make killing machines of us only when we are very cleverly divided and when we are not able to sit next to each other, to eat together, to talk, to look each other in the eyes. Because when it would be possible, maybe they wouldn't be able to do this work when they all together could see the whole picture of what they are doing. Because even actually somewhere knowing it, when you don't see it daily and don't understand that you're part of something horrible, you just kind of get so much conditioned that you think, yeah, I'm not part of it, it's okay. And this, I already for some time I wanted to share, but because most of the time I'm interpreting, it wasn't kind of not possible yet. I also thought after our retreat in Simhachalam, when we were all together, and for me it was second time after Mayapur, when I saw some of our family members for the first time, you know them from Zoom, and then in Mayapur, I see Aurtari Chandrika, and I say, oh, she looks like that. And real people are a little bit different. And then you see finally how they are. And those times when I met my god brothers and god sisters, I every time recall this podcast about this being departed versus being really, really physically together and being able to talk, to laugh, to sing, to serve together. And then you really feel the difference, that it makes a big difference. You are a better person when you're together, when you have this opportunity to be sometimes really, really physically together and to serve together. So that I already for a long time wanted to share.
Thank you. But I'm still not clear. This also helped for you to be teaching a group instead of one-on-one counseling. Therefore,
yes, good questions, Gurudev. I think it was something else. It was a time for me that I invested a lot of time and energy in. I followed some courses in managing groups, and I was really diving deeper in how it works in the groups, because when you work with adolescents, those are from 16 to 23 young people with whom I work, and it amazes me what a different people they are when you talk to each of them personally, and when they are with the group, totally, absolutely something else, something different. And in the beginning, it made such an impression on me that the difference can be so big that I was really puzzled. And that time I was just doing a lot, learning about managing groups. And this was one of the things what my boss offered me to take also in consideration. And I don't remember anymore what from that podcast, because what I was telling now was just a part of the podcast. There was more about this corporal culture, and I do believe I learned something from there. But I don't remember anymore in regarding to my work. I just remembered very much this part of being departed versus versus being in groups. And during one of the festivals, or after Mayapur or after Simhachalam, you told that it is really good to be sometime together, and you invited everybody to come if you just get the possibility. And I totally agree. I think if it's only possible, it's good to make effort and come together. It makes it easier to appreciate each other and to just to do things together in a good way.
Good, thank you for that. Yeah, what you mentioned about this very dark topic of slaughterhouse psychology, it reminds me of, I had a professor at University of California, Santa Barbara, very bright, very young professor who was making a point about the Holocaust. How was it possible for these people to kill so many people, Jews? And he explained that one very important element of it was automation. It was done like an assembly line in. Actually, that's also interesting. The production of cars, which Henry Ford, the great grandfather of Alfred Ford, Ambrish Prabhu, Henry Ford, his big breakthrough in making cars was the production line, where one person did just one function, and the car was on a conveyor belt sort of thing. How did he get that idea? He got it from the meat packing industry in Chicago. Yeah. And anyway, my professor, Thompson was his name, in Santa Barbara made this point also about the slaughter of the Jews in Germany and Poland. Anyway, that's a very depressing topic.
That is the same principle, just taking it in fractures, and when you're responsible only for a small fracture, it gives this illusion that you're not.
Yeah, and everything is kind of automated.
Yeah.
Everyone becomes part of a big machine.
So we should take effort not to let us automate.
No.
To be able to stay people, and that is possible only when we really can sit next to each other and to look each other in the eyes and know what we are doing about each other.
Oh, exactly. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and Sita Sundari in Tenerife.
May I have my interpreting channel back, please? Admins, thank you.
Please give me my interpreting channel back. Okay, Sita Sundari, you have to unmute. You were unmuted before. Now you just have to do the same thing. There you go.
Hi.
That's it. That's it.
Am I in?
You're in.
Okay. Yeah. So, Haribol, everyone. I'm so overwhelmed to be here. so much happening here. It's just piling up. But
Piling up.
I'm really glad that we cleared that about the crocodiles. I've been worried about that, so I'm really glad. Yeah, so here in Tenerife, it's so much happening. And it's just Lord Jagannath is so fast, and we're just trying to run, catch up. Yeah, so there are so many people here, communities, and they're so open. And we went to drum session one evening and just wait kirtan. And they were just, I mean, they were just so. We didn't have sorry or anything. We just went there. We just, it was so easy because I just kind of said, this is the practice, and I really love this, and it's very good for me. So if you like, you can try it also. That was it.
Mm.
And everyone just, yes, Hare Krishna. It was just like flowing, and it was just amazing. And it's, things like this is happening almost every day. So yeah, so we have 2 kirtan events soon, and yeah, flyers, and yeah, so it's really happening a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to
Great.
share that with everyone.
So the less we say about what we're doing, and the more we just do it, the better.
Can you repeat that, please?
Well, you said you told these drummers, this is something we like to do, and maybe you like to do it too. And then you started singing, right? So
Yeah,
you didn't tell very much. So the lesson is the less you tell, the better.
yeah. It's like in like a needle and out like a plow, I think. Or
Ah, okay.
if we do the other way, in like a plow and out like a needle. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was a really, really amazing experience because it was so easy. It was so easy. And yeah,
Mm. And I
so
bet you fed them all something too.
and no, but Anandini, she had made sweets. So
Oh,
yeah, so she had sweets. So yeah. So we it's so happening so much, and we're just kind of running around and making sweets and calling and here and there, and yeah, so it's very exciting, and if
sounds
you have
like
some
you're on,
support,
sounds like you're
if you
on
have
a mission.
yeah, so if you have blessings, then if you just give them if you can, it's really would be really nice.
Blessings for Tenerife preaching, Kijai.
Yay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.
Jai, thank
Okay,
you.
I'll go out. I exit. Hi, boy.
Hare Krishna.
Bye.
Oh, Dira Lalita has her hand up.
Hi,
That's
Krishna,
one
good
of
morning to
it.
dear God family. I'd like to share something also. What
Mhm.
my service that's at the Bhaktivedanta Manor, we have like school programs every day, and some of the days I'm invited to help out. And one particular school that came, they were like teenagers, about 14 to 15 years old.
Mhm.
And we usually have normal program, presentation in Hinduism. We talked with them about where does God resides and about the difference between spirit and matter. And then we introduced Bhagavad Gita as our holy book that we follow. And it's usually like a routine presentation for everyone. But this particular school, teachers asked me to not to speak about that. She said it is very introductory. She said, we are now at the point where we want to know about your how did they say, sacred cosmology.
Mm.
They wanted to know about how actually one girl that one of the students, a girl, we were not allowed to call them girls and boys.
Really?
No, no, Because if a boy feels like a girl, then I'm making an offense.
Oh,
That's
dear.
really like very here in England prominent, or the other
Yeah,
way
yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah.
So we call them
Okay.
students only.
Students.
Yes, yes. And the students
Okay.
later on, they can get dressed in a sari or have a turban and a harinam chadar. So we don't distinguish. And and that's also happening that the girls are dressed as boys and boys dressed as girls, especially at this age. And one of the girls that you would never think, so that I've learned never judge a book by its cover. She looked like a exactly like a Barbie doll. Like, it's this real Barbie doll. It's just she's alive, right? And this like a very middle class.
She was wearing pink, right?
She was very pink and being blonde, and just really like a girl from the magazine that dresses up like a Barbie. And she asked me a question. She said, how did, according to Hindus, how did this universe came about, and who prompted it to happen, and why did it happen? So that was a question coming from her. And all of the students, they came from some, I think, middle class families, and they all decided to study religion. And it's very interesting. And then I was just very happy to can use some sort of knowledge that I've learned from Srimad Bhagavatam. So I presented all the Srimad Bhagavatam as a literary incarnation of Krishna, and they were all listening to very carefully. Usually teenagers are not really, they maybe listen to for 5 minutes and then they yawn, or they look at their phones, or they look at that way, or they ask me a question, Miss, can I go and get my water bottle from the back of my backpack, which is behind them usually. And this school is just incredible, and teachers were asking questions. So I was just so happy to see that that they're not confused about Hinduism. They're usually very confused, even teachers. Their main curriculum is to distinguish between saguna and nirguna, between the Brahman and they call it a person in flesh.
Gotcha.
And they're like personalism and impersonalism. So
A
and
person
these
in flesh.
yes
Okay.
yeah
That
that's
sounds a little bit Christian, actually.
it does. But that's what most of the secondary schools learn about.
Yeah.
Only Brahman and light and merging with no, getting moksha. But this particular school, they wouldn't have that. They understand. Yes, I think, and that's all thanks to teachers, because teachers loved the subject, and they actually studied it very deeply. And they already have Bhagavad Gita, and they bought more books. And some of the students also were interested in books. Some of them didn't have any money to buy the books, so I gave them freely, because those books are anyway sponsored. Yes, it was very.
Did these teachers get a copy of Krishna's wonderful form?
They do as well. Yes, they do.
Okay.
Some of the teachers, these particular teachers, they didn't, but they do come twice a year, and they come every year. They will have it, definitely. Thank you for reminding me, Guru Maharaj. Most of the teachers do get Krishna's wonderful.
Okay.
Most of the teachers do. Yes. I just wanted to share this.
Very good. Yes, it's very good. That makes it all feel like it's all worthwhile, right?
Yes, it does. It does, and it just for me it shows that we just have to carry on and hope that if there is one person or one group of people or young students, if they can understand the difference between the impersonalism and personalism, and it's a good thing, and that's all thanks to you, Guru Maharaj, and your encouragement.
Very good.
Yes, definitely. Without your mercy, nothing happens.
How many
How many school groups have you received over the years at the manor?
It's I don't know. I didn't count. We have
Lots.
about 2,000 students per year. They come, but I don't give presentation all the time. I usually do the tours, but in this particular time, one presenter, devotee, she finds it too difficult to present it every day, so they call me twice a week or sometimes 3 times a week. And we also do presentations usually with secondary school with artifacts. We divide them in groups and we give them artifacts that we use in our daily worship. One group, let's say, gets like chamara and peacock feather. Another group gets the bell and tilak, sandalwood to make sandalwood pulp and rose water. Another group gets like a prayer beads. Another group gets a garland, and they all discuss it separately. What would we use those artifacts for in our temple? So sometimes they come with very funny guesses, and then we dovetail each of these artifacts with to talk about the eternity of the soul and
you can always bring the topic into something substantial.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you very much for your inspiration.
Keep going. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Let me just ask, did I see Anissa here? Because Anissa, you sent me some questions. Oh, there you are.
Yes. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. I'm tuning in from...
You're outdoors somewhere.
Yeah, I'm in King's Cross Station.
Oh, okay.
Hare Krishna.
Now I'm trying to think what your questions were. One was about a verse, something about Paramatma.
Yes. Yes.
What was the difference between?
Between the individual soul and the individual. Yeah. No, it was Prabhupada in his purple. He distinguished between the supreme. I'm sorry, I forget now. I can quickly check and tune back in.
Okay. In the meantime, I have something. Let's see, is it here? Oh, it's here. Yes. Okay. Who wants to hear a ghost story? You want to hear a ghost story? It's connected with Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. Did you know that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a ghostbuster? It's true. It's in this book from Bhakti Swami Maharaj. So he says, this is on page 396 and 7 of volume 1 of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Vaibhava. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had gained a reputation for being ghost-proof. For wherever he went, malefic spirits could not remain. He and his disciples had several times rented cheaply or purchased at a bargain rate buildings deemed uninhabitable due to infestation by ghosts, by spirits. And in each case, his personal influence and kirtan had driven out all inauspicious elements. The Zamindar Sri Nafar Chandra Pal Chaudhary owned a house in Puri so terrorized by a fierce Brahma Rakshasa that at night people were afraid to go near it. After Srila Bhaktivinoda's disappearance, Nafar Babu locked the building and used it only for a fortnight each year at the time of Ratha Yatra. Fortnight means 2 weeks. He had tried to rent the property, but even brave persons who attempted to stay there would inevitably quickly vacate. When Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati once came to Puri, Nafar Babu petitioned him, quote, "If you grace my house with the dust of your lotus feet, surely the ghost will leave." Followed by his associates, Srila Saraswati Thakur went there, sat down, and began lecturing on Srimad Bhagavatam. After the recitation was finished, before everyone's eyes, a clay jug full of water manifested in the air, dropped to the ground, and shattered in front of Srila Saraswati Thakur. As soon as the water touched his feet, there was a boom, and the ghostly presence immediately departed. The spirit had entered the water to touch Srila Saraswati Thakur's lotus feet, and upon doing so, he was redeemed from his offenses and freed from disembodied existence. Formerly, he had been a reclusive Babaji who often blasphemed pure devotees and thus was forced to undergo such horrible punishment. And that's the end of the story. We shouldn't tell ghost stories at night, should we? There's a footnote. Bhaktivedanta Swami says, several other ghost stories in circulation concerning Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati were deliberately not included in this book. I know someone's going to read that and say, I got to find out those stories. So, okay. Are we ready, Anisa?
Yes, we're ready. My obeisances to your marriage. Please excuse the noises of London. So, my question was, what's the difference between the individual self and the super self?
Yeah.
And yeah, can that be reconciled with like New Age ideas of the higher self?
Ah, okay. Yes, now I remember. Well, there's a whole section in Jiva Goswami's Paramatma Sandarbha about how the soul, the Atma and the Paramatma are the same. And then there's a whole section about how Atma and Paramatma are different. So it's kind of both It's kind of both ends. Srila Prabhupada almost always, many times, emphasized the difference. And specifically, he would say, quoting Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, or paraphrasing, that there are two kshetragya, knowers of the kshetra. There's the individual kshetragya, and there's the supreme kshetragya. What's the difference? The difference is that you and I and all of us here, we are knowers of our own bodies only. Whereas Paramatma knows all of our bodies. He is aware. We experience what we experience because we are sentient beings. The self, the soul is sentient. And the Lord is sentient as well, but his sentience is being present in all bodies. He is conscious of all bodies. So, yeah, Prabhupada emphasized that. Now, as for New Age ideas of, how do they say? Higher self, right?
Higher self.
Yeah. Well, we might want to say it's not just higher, but highest. The highest self. There's a highest self. But I think it could be an avenue, it could be a channel for to talk with people like that who have that idea. I know that's kind of circulating. It's in the air. There's a higher self, and we can say, yes, there is a higher self. And he's within your heart. He's there. And he's also present in every atom and so on. So yeah, I think you could. But for the precise understanding, of course, we study Shastra, and there are significant fine points. But the fact that these New Age people are speaking about a higher self is, it can be a positive thing. It can suggest that they're open to the idea of divinity, because generally, I don't know, a lot of New Age language tends to be very impersonal. They like to speak a lot about energy. And what's this thing, this popular idea that you can get whatever you want from the universe, right? Just, I don't know, you address the universe or something.
That's a big thing. Addressing the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, but we understand significantly different that there's energy, but there's energetic, there's a person. Nityo nityanam, chetanas chetananam, eko bahunam, yo vidadati kaman. So kaman means desires. And nityo nityanam, amongst nityas, nityanam, there's one nitya, there's one eternal. And he's one chetana amongst so many Chetananam. Eko, he's one. Bahunam, amongst many. Yaha, Yaha. Vidadati, he gives. What does he give? Kaman, he fulfills desires. So if you meet one of these universe worshippers, you can suggest to them they might be more successful if they worship the person behind the universe, who's also in the heart. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Guru Raj.
Okay. Are you going somewhere or coming back somewhere?
Actually, I just came back from a retreat
Oh,
that we were facilitating for work, but I had to leave early
uh,
and come back to my family who just faced a bereavement.
oh,
So it was a bit strange actually leaving like something service related and going back to family. But it was a hard choice to make. I think I made the right choice to be
okay.
with family. Just
That
in
place,
between.
that place in Lincolnshire is quite amazing, isn't it?
The Vedanta. Have you been very
Yeah.
much?
Yes, we had a retreat there a couple of years ago. The OCHS, we did something.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a very magical place.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Well, Haribol, we're coming to the end of our time now. And Sita is reminding us we also attract what we fear. So scared of 2 million euros. I don't know why you're mentioning 2 million euros, but okay. Yeah, someone might be praying, give me 2 million euros, and then they get it. And then
Yeah, I
the
mean, I
troubles.
can take more. I mean, I can take more, of course, but you know, I don't want to
Uh,
be too greedy to the universe.
right. But it's scary also.
Yeah, it's scary, so I'm gonna get rich.
Yeah.
It's just so absurd. It's just so absurd.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we will not be absurd. We will be intelligent and we will chant Hare Krishna and let Krishna give us whatever he wants, and whatever he doesn't, that's also nice. And so, yes, we wish you all a wonderful week this coming week with lots
Hi,
of
Bhavan.
insights into what is Krishna Bhakti all about, insights which you will then share in your writing on the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. I had to say something about that, didn't I? Hare Krishna. Oh, let's see. A quick message to Prema Sarovara. Are you still there? Prema Sarovara. No, it's quite late for her. Okay, I'll have to send her a message. All right, Joy, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all of our translators. And stay safe and stay sane. Don't swim with crocodiles. Or if you do, swim in a group. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti
Hi,
Vaishnava
Bhavan.
ki
Hi,
jai,
Bhavan.
Jai
Hare Krishna,
Gaur
Guru Maharaj. Thank you very
Premanande.
much.
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
Hare
much,
Krishna.
Krishna, Guru
Gurudev.
Maharaj.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, family.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna.
Thank you very much.